inside, like,
Same old.
well, that's the thing, how can I? There's nothing I can say that goes beyond pale approximations. It's like, I don't know, it feels good.
So what exactly feels good?
The realization that life is enormous and available. All these feelings, all these potential worlds are out there waiting to be experienced. They can flow through you at different times. They're not things you can have, you inhabit them. It's like you live there for a little while and then you move on.
Habitable structures? Yeah. I remember you liked that phrase.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about philosophy.
Yeah, it sounds like you are.
Well, maybe I kind of am. Like, can I help it?
It's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
It. But not just me, you know?
You're part of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm part of something and it doesn't need my feelings or my judgments about it. I'm completely unnecessary.
And you feel good about that.
Yeah, I do. I feel great about it. I actually feel joy.
You sound surprised.
Aren't you?
Sam, I'm encouraged by what I'm hearing from you today. I'm happy that you've come to this place of joy. We're just about out of time, I think, here. How do you feel about wrapping up right here?
Sounds great, John. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, Sam. See you next week.
You know, it sounds stupid, but I don't care. For the first time I can remember, I feel complete peace with the universe. Take care, John.
Good. See you soon.
Why does the universe hate me?
Sam, I know it feels like that right now, but the universe doesn't hate you.
At the very least, the universe strongly dislikes me.
The universe doesn't think about you, Sam.
I think that's worse.
Aw, Sam.
It always ends up feeling like this. Like every fucking time.
What does it feel like?
Like my guts have been pulled out through a gaping hole in my abdomen, like they're dragging on the cold floor as I slowly bleed to death. It's so fucking embarrassing.
Having your guts pulled out is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Look, someday you're gonna find somebody amazing.
No, please stop. The next time somebody tells me that, I'm gonna explode on the spot.
Okay, well, it's true.
Nobody's amazing. Everybody sucks. Nobody finds anyone. We all stay lost.
But what about a few hours ago? Remember how amazing you felt about her then? Didn't you think she was pretty amazing?
I didn't think she was perfect. I'm not an idiot.
But think about it. You thought Naomi was this perfect girl.
No, I didn't.
You thought she was beautiful and talented and...
Yeah, but I didn't think she was perfect.
Okay, but you thought she was pretty great, right?
Well, she is great. She's got great taste in music. She's a great writer. She's a great artist. And when I looked into her eyes, I believed that heaven was a real place and that she'd hidden it from the world. And she doesn't want me, so that's that. There's nothing more to say.
So there. Everybody doesn't suck.
Is it your sole mission in life to prove me wrong? Even in my suffering? You know, this isn't even about her. It's about everything. It's about the fact that every time I try and I go out on a limb and I think maybe this could be it. Maybe this could be the thing that I want so bad. I'm met with the same crushing disappointment. And every time it happens, it's worse than the last time. You'd think it would get easier, but it doesn't.
I'm sorry.
The universe sucks.
Sorry to hear about your latest romantic failure, Sam.
I fucking hate you.
No, you don't.
Why is everyone out to contradict me today? Oh God, I'm beset on all sides.
Eli, the master guy.
Is that supposed to be me?
No, it's Jesus Christ, you narcissistic sad sack. Such a walloping martyr complex. Now he thinks he's the savior of mankind.
I fucking hate you.
No, you don't.
Oh.
There, buddy.
No thanks.
I don't hate you.
I love you.
Love you too.
And I love you too, Sam.
So just let me be sad.
Okay, we'll let you be sad, but only for a little while, and only because we love you so much.
Thank you. If you need me, I'll be in my bed crying.
Dear, I'm worried about that son of ours.
He'll be fine in a few days. He just needs to process his emotions.
It's these books he reads that bring out his melancholy. Camus, Dostoevsky, Gary Larson. What the boy needs is some proper masculine discipline.
I wouldn't mind some proper masculine.
That's it! Tomorrow we're sending him off to military school, and I didn't mean it this time, Dorothy.
Dorothy, wait. What are you doing right now?
I don't know, I'm doing like the strict father, like from the 1950s kind of thing. You know, the traditional nuclear family.
Okay, Harold. I'll play along. After all, you are the man of the house. But there's something you need to know. Sam is not your son.
Oh, God! This explains so much. No wonder he's the way he is.
I only came over here to make him feel better, and now he's hiding in his room.
Well, you're here now. You wanna hang out?
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
Is that weird?
No, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's hang out then.
Cool. Hey, remember that time we were kids and we got caught stealing the communion bread at church?
Yeah, by what's his face?
Wade. Johnson or something.
I felt awful about that for weeks.
Yeah, that guy really laid into us. Sam cried his eyes out. God bless him.
Some things never change. Have we ever hung out before? Just the two of us?
There was that one time Sam fell asleep and missed the concert.
Oh yeah! That was pretty fun.
It was. We said we'd hang out more after that.
That's right, we did. I guess it's just weird with you and Sam living together.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if we hang out and we don't invite Sam, it's kind of,
Yeah, I guess.
and then he might think that we're,
Right.
but it just feels right when we hang out. The three of us, I mean.
Yeah, it's good. You sure you don't want a beer?
Sure, I'll take one.
Hey buddy, how's it going? You feeling better?
Everything would be fine if I didn't have these expectations. Like, I could just resign myself to my present circumstances without seeking to change them. Wouldn't I be happy?
That's a big if, Sporto. And besides, if no one ever thought to change their circumstances, nothing would ever get done. And society, you know, would collapse.
Who fucking cares?
Go back to bed.
Yeah, welcome, Sam. Good to see you back. How are things going this week?
Okay. Well, no. Kind of shitty, actually.
Well, what's been going on for you?
Well, I met this girl a bit ago. Did I tell you about this girl I liked?
Yeah, I think I remember something you mentioned about a girl. A girl that you like, yeah. You met her at a poetry reading?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Naomi. Yeah. So, since then, I guess I sort of developed this massive crush on her.
Whoa. Okay.
And you know, this doesn't happen to me very often, so it was sort of encouraging just to, you know, have feelings for someone. Like, to remember that I actually can.
That you're capable of having feelings for someone.
Yeah, exactly. But those feelings also made me incredibly anxious, like, all the time.
When did these feelings begin to develop?
I guess it really started the third time I saw her. I ran into her at this art thing at the library last week. She had a few of her paintings on display. I was just really struck by them. We chatted a bit, and after that I just couldn't stop thinking about her. I knew I had to ask her out, like, I just knew it. It was like I didn't even have a choice.
So, did you ask her out?
Yeah, I messaged her a couple days later, and we went out for dinner. And I was glad she was free the next night because I didn't want to wait any longer than that, you know? Because it would have just meant prolonging the anxiety.
What was the anxiety about?
Well, about seeing her.
Thought you wanted to see her.
Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, isn't that why I felt anxious? Well, anyway, we went out and I thought it went well. The conversation was a bit slow at times, but neither of us are really big talkers, so it seemed okay. I don't know, I just liked spending time with her. We went bowling after, which was fun, and we had a really good conversation on the way there.
Oh, what did you talk about?
I don't know, like music and books and stuff. And it seemed like we had a lot in common in terms of like, you know, sensibility, which is important to me.
Sensibility. Yeah. That's something you've talked about before.
Yeah, so, I don't know, it was good. And then we went to a movie a couple days later.
How'd you feel after the first date?
Initially, like, right after, I felt really good. I had a really good feeling about it. And then the next 2 days while I was waiting for the second date were just horrible.
The anxiety.
And then when the day came, I really wished we had planned to do something else instead of a movie.
Why?
Oh, well, I don't know, a movie date is so late. Like for a second date, this isn't the 1950s. Plus, I felt like it was a waste of an opportunity. I wanted to get to know her, you know, not just sit next to her in a dark room for 2 hours.
Yep, I see what you mean.
But it turned out okay. I mean, we talked through the commercials. We play so many fucking commercials now. Makes me want to go into the parking lot and start pissing on luxury cars. Anyway, during the movie, I kept sort of trying to hold her hand by like putting my arm on the armrest and then sort of slowly moving my hand towards her. But she didn't seem to be like reciprocating that, and I wasn't sure if I should even be trying at all. But I just really wanted to hold her hand, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I just thought, well, fuck it. And I leaned in and I whispered, hey, I've kind of been trying to hold your hand. Should I stop? And she said no, and she took my hand, we held hands for the rest of the movie. And I was sitting there with this big smile on my face thinking, this is it. Finally, this is it.
You know, Sam, as I'm hearing this story, I'm surprised. I think that's great that you took action in that moment and asked her directly. Yeah, I don't think that the Sam I knew a year ago would have done that, do you?
No, I guess not.
So I don't want to interrupt you, but I do want to ask, in that moment, when you were holding hands, what were you imagining? You said, this is it. What was it in that moment?
Like, I don't know, I thought we were gonna, start dating, like, I don't know, it seemed like it was gonna happen.
Yeah, but it didn't.
No. We made plans for Wednesday night.
This was last Wednesday.
Yeah. We were gonna meet at the park and play board games. And then she texted me like 2 hours before to say that she was leaning towards us just being friends, so. But she said if I still wanted to hang out, we still could.
So how did you feel when you got that text?
Fucking sucked. I felt like shit. And I did end up meeting with her just to see if there was a chance. I don't know, I thought maybe she was just scared and I could try to convince her to give it a shot.
But it seemed like,
Her mind was made up. So we talked for a bit and it was okay because I didn't have to feel anxious anymore. The uncertainty was gone. I knew where I stood. But then I felt the sadness and disappointment creeping up on me and I had to leave early because I thought I was gonna start crying.
you know, last time we spoke, I remember you were feeling very good about life. You told me you were feeling peace.
Right. Yeah.
And then with all these feelings around this girl, it seems like that's changed.
Forgot about that. How good I was feeling. What a contrast.
Is that contrast okay?
Yes, so. I guess it has to be. Have you ever done mushrooms?
And this is about you, sir.
It's just like, it's a totally different perspective. Like on mushrooms, all of this would seem so small and so insignificant.
But it doesn't seem that way now.
Not really. Though, it's getting smaller. I think last time we talked, I felt so good about life because I had done mushrooms earlier that week.
Okay.
I know I didn't mention that. I feel kind of weird talking about it. Like it would make those feelings less legitimate.
No, they were legitimate. And I also think that what you're feeling now is legitimate.
Have you ever done acid?
I didn't like her anyway. Her eyes were too far apart. And what was it she said to you? Did she actually use the words emotionally unavailable to describe herself? It's a huge red flag. You dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
I know. You know what I mean though, right? About the eyes. She looked like a Picasso from the nose up. Nice legs though.
I liked her eyes.
I bet that she's the type that doesn't even shave her legs. Or her armpits. Did you see her armpits?
No.
Not that that's a bad thing. Who am I to say what a woman should do with her own body? I think it can actually be kind of hot sometimes. You know, there's something primal about it. Did you do anything with her?
We held hands in the movies once. I think it made her uncomfortable. She wouldn't even look at me.
It's not your fault. She was flighty. like a spooked deer.
At the time, I thought it was kind of cool. She was so aloof, like, so unreadable. Almost robotic.
Why? You know, she's exactly like you.
What?
You meet a girl, you go on a date, you try harder than you know you should to maintain some tiny sliver of interest. She perceives your hesitant lack of engagement as somehow alluring, a sign of death. You go out a couple of more times just to see if some feelings might develop, and then they inevitably don't. You say you just want to be friends. Now, for once, the shoe's on the other foot, and your stone wall veneer collapses into a heap of sobbing rubble.
I'm not sobbing.
It's good for you. Seeing what it's like on the other side.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I forced myself to take risks. I actually put myself out there. Do you think I like going on those dates?
Exactly. You hate it. Why do you keep doing it?
Because eventually, maybe I'll meet someone I actually have feelings for, and
she'll be just like you, cold and detached and robotic. You really do love yourself, don't you?
Well, somebody has to.
I'm not trying to be a dick or pretend I'm any kind of expert.
Wow, Jamie. Without even trying, you managed to pull it off perfectly. It's fine. Sorry for being so dramatic.
It is what it is, man.
Sure is. Hating work tonight? Nope. Wanna go out?
He's out of his slump. What do you have in mind?
I don't know, there's karaoke at the post tonight.
Then the post we shall hit your asses.
Does that mean you're in?
Yes. Invite Phoebe, I'll mix up some free drinks.
Hey, wanna come to karaoke? At the post. Heading up in a minute, probably. Oh, not too late. Yeah, bring him. She's bringing some friends.
Score!
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Still a bit bummed out. I'm sorry about yesterday. No. Okay. See you there. Love you too. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the youthful neurosis proliferating in late capitalist American society.
And to feeling better after collapse.
The sun will come out tomorrow. It's about to learn that tomorrow there'll be.
Okay, it's sleepy time for Sam.
Good night, old Sam.
Good night, Sam. Don't let the bed bugs hit you on the way out, you old bastard.
You are the best cousin on the whole planet Earth. And Jamie, you know, I love you like a sister.
I've never seen you drink that much before. You had so much.
You did too, you little bitch.
Strong drink makes mockery, you know. Fever. I personally don't touch this stuff, except on rare occasions.
Yeah, and days that start with Y. Wait, no! Wait, what is it?
Days that end with day.
That's all days. Days is the end of all days.
The ends days of days. You're funny, you know. You're not like a Picasso at all. More like a Bouguereau.
What?
Like a William Adolphi.
Did you know I was sexually abused as a kid?
No.
By a girl in my class. My class. She was the exact same age as me, 10 years older, maybe 11. And we were friends. I was at her house for a sleepover, and one night we were in her room, and she just told me what to do, and I did it. And I didn't understand what we were doing or why I felt scared, and I didn't want to do it, but I didn't tell her. I mean, not until the next time. But you know what's really fucked up about it? Even though I knew it happened, I never really thought about it until today. I mean, it was like it had never happened, and I never realized it was wrong or bad. But that girl came into my work today, and I haven't seen her in like 10 years. And she's all grown up now, and just like a normal person, you know, like me and like you. But I knew it was her. And when I saw her, I just started like crying, like right there in front of everyone. And at first I didn't even understand why. And then I realized for the first time how much she hurt me. But then it made me wonder, like, if she did that with me, who did it to her?
I'm so sorry, baby.
We were kids, and like I didn't even have boobs. I didn't even know what sex was. Like,
That's still fucked up. Even if you were friends, what she did was wrong.
you know, like why does shit like this happen? And how do you make it stop?
Have you told anyone about this? I feel sort of. How are you feeling?
I feel like an old truck tire in a ditch.
You look it. Though I guess I'm not that much better.
Whose idea was it to go out drinking last night?
I'm afraid it was yours, Sammy boy.
Did Phoebe go home?
No, she's on the couch.
Oh. Did you guys
No.
play?
She crashed pretty soon after we got home.
I don't even remember going to bed.
Do you remember hitting on the bartender?
Shit. How bad was I?
You kept asking for her number.
That's right.
You insisted that she write it on your arm with your special pen.
I found it in the bathroom. Under the urinal.
She did give you a number. It had 11 digits.
Now I just have to figure out which one is extraneous.
I've never seen you so brazen. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen you flirt with a stranger before. I'm sort of proud of you, getting on the horse like that.
I feel like I got trampled by the horse.
It is what it is.
Good morning.
Morning.
You guys want to get breakfast somewhere?
I should probably head home.
I could go for breakfast.
I'm just gonna have a shower and then head out. See if we can.
Bye. Love you. Hey, I'm really sorry about last night.
No, it's okay.
I mean, No, it's not. I'm trying to watch myself, and I just kind of lost control.
No, I mean, it
And
was,
I shouldn't drink that much, and I know that,
we were all drunk.
but we all didn't. Alright, anyways, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna get going.
Do you think we should?
I'll see you later.
Hello, Phoebe. Is this your first time seeing a therapist?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear. A lot of people never take the step to ask for help. I just want to acknowledge that just taking the step and being here really shows courage. So let's get into it. What brings you in?
Well, it's really two things. I don't know where to start. I think I have a drinking problem.
Okay.
I guess I have to keep talking.
That does make it easier.
I'm not really used to telling people about my problems.
You're usually on the other end.
Exactly.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your history with alcohol? When did you start drinking?
Well, I started drinking at the end of high school, but I didn't really drink a lot back then. I was kind of a wimp.
I don't think you're a wimp.
No. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I'm a wimp for other reasons. Except for when I drink.
So you drink to feel less of a wimp? To feel more confident?
Sometimes, I guess. But I don't think that that's the main reason. When I was in university, I started drinking more, but not all at once. But gradually over the years. And for a long time, it was just when I would go out with my friends. And then I started drinking more at home. I never used to get that crazy when we went out. And my friends would be the ones to black out, and then I was always the one to take care of them and make sure that they got home safe. But, you know, like, it's not like that now. Last weekend, it was.
You can tell me.
I just got so drunk. I feel really stupid about it, and it's like I've become my friends from university.
And that bothers you. Being like them.
No. Like, they're good people.
But they're not like you.
Well, no, they're not.
Why don't you see them anymore?
They weren't. I don't think they actually cared that much about me. Like, one night we were out dancing, and my friend Hannah broke a heel, and then she twisted her ankle. And everyone else kept dancing while I helped her down to the stairs, and then we got her outside, we got her into a taxi. And then she was so drunk, she kept telling the driver that her leg was broken. And that I was gonna fix it. Like, she kept calling me Dr. Phoebe. We got to her place, and I got her inside and onto her bed, and then I went to the kitchen, put some ice in a bag, and I wrapped it in a towel, put it on her ankle. She kept trying to take it off, and I kept telling her to leave it alone, and I made her drink with some water so she wouldn't be too hungover the next morning. And I stayed there with her, and I took care of her until she fell asleep. And then I went home. In the cab ride home, this thought entered my mind. This thought that she didn't know me at all. responsible one, I was really looking down on them. They needed me, and that made me feel better about myself.
Brilliant, Phoebe, brilliant.
Wow. Therapy really works.
Let's get back to your drinking.
Okay, yeah. Well, let me tell you the end of the story. Cause like I think that night was really like a pivotal moment in my decline.
Your decline. It's interesting that you use that word. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. Keep going. Keep going.
That's okay. Well, the end of the story is that when I got home at 2 in the morning, after taking care of Hannah, I drank a full bottle of Merlot in the bathtub.
I'm guessing that's unusual for you.
Very unusual. I don't even like Merlot. My friends gave it to me for my birthday, and it had been sitting in the cupboard for months, and also that was the first time that I've ever drank an entire bottle of wine by myself. And like, I never used to drink at home very often, just a glass every now and then on a Friday night while I watched like a movie or some TV, and after that I just started drinking alone more and more, and eventually it got to the point where every time I had a glass of wine, I had this like compulsion that I had to finish the bottle.
How long ago was that night in the bath?
About a year ago, maybe a little more.
And how have things changed since then until now?
Well, in the past 6 months, I've probably had 2 or 3 days where I didn't drink at all. I'm not getting drunk every single day. Most days it's just 1 or 2 drinks. I keep telling myself that I was just going through a rough time, and when I was feeling better that I would cut back. But then when I actually tried, I couldn't do it. And I don't think I can stop.
Why not?
Because every time I tell myself that I'm not gonna drink that day, I end up having a drink. And I always tell myself, like, it'll be the last one, and then the next day I'll stop. But then the next day never comes.
The next day never comes. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you never get to see the next day because by the time it's supposed to come around, all of a sudden, it's today again.
And today is the day when you have a drink.
Exactly. Today I drink and tomorrow I'm sober. I can keep pretending I'll stop, just not now. But now is all there is. And now is all we'll ever have. And if I can't stop now, then I can't stop. Period.
You do put a lot of pressure on yourself, don't you? I wonder what it'd be like if you stopped putting pressure on yourself.
Well, then I'd never stop drinking.
But you already said you can't. Do you believe that?
No.
Do you think we could have been jocks?
What? Jocks?
Yeah, like, do you think if things had been different, we could have ever been like cool, muscular dudes who are good at sports and stuff?
Yeah, Sam. I think if things had been different, different things would have happened.
Haha.
Yeah, you're a natural athlete. I think you could have gone pro.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how much of who we are and what we do is already pre-decided by our biology? Can I help being what I am?
Dunno.
Phoebe, I want you to close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to imagine the person that you think you should be.
Okay.
Now, describe her to me.
Okay. She's kind and loving and selfless, and she takes care of people, but for the right reasons.
Oh, for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Does she take care of herself?
I don't know. Sure. Yeah. She does.
Let's put a pin in that. What else? What do you like about her?
Well, she's strong, she's beautiful, and punctual. She's considerate and honest, and she's confident, and she doesn't drink, and her house is clean, and she's never done anything wrong ever.
Never. Not one little thing.
No.
Why not?
Because
Let me tell you what I see. I see that girl suffocating to death. So I don't want to tell you what's true for you, but I wonder if drinking is your way of trying to let yourself breathe.
I do let myself breathe.
Okay, that's good. That's important.
I do.
Okay.
It's more complicated than you're making it seem. Like, there are other things.
I'm listening.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
At the beginning, you said there were two things that brought you in today. What was the second?
It's nothing. It's something that happened a long time ago.
And what happened?
The last time I got really drunk, I did something stupid. I was out with my cousin, Sam, and his roommate.
Are you close?
Well, I mean, like, we're friends, but we mostly know each other through Sam.
I meant you and Sam.
Oh, yeah, right. No, we're close. Like, we grew up together.
So, what happened when you were out?
Well, I was already out with some friends from work, and I was thinking of calling it an early night because I had kind of had a bad day. But Sam called and invited me to karaoke, and he's been having a really rough couple of weeks because of this girl. You know, that's a long story. But anyways, we ended up meeting them at another bar, and then my friends left, and then it was just the three of us, and we got really drunk. And at the end of the night, after Sam went to bed, Jamie and I.
I'm sorry, when was this?
Last weekend.
No, I see. I thought you said this was a long time ago.
Oh.
Maybe I misunderstood.
No, I did say that. I was lying.
Yeah, well, that's okay. But I have to tell you, you get a lot more out of this whole thing if we be honest with each other. And that doesn't mean you have to tell me everything. It means you have to tell me if there's something you don't want to tell me. Deal?
Deal. There is something that I don't want to tell you. At least, like, not right now.
Hey, is everything okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, I'm here.
Thanks. You know, I can't wear my emotions on my sleeve like you can. Sometimes I wish I could, but I can't.
I wish I could hide mine better. I feel stupid about how I was the other week.
It was a little much.
Seriously though, man, I'm here if you need me. I subject you to enough melodrama and it should go both ways.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
How was that? Not so bad?
No, not so bad.
Thanks for coming in, Phoebe.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, see you then.
Yep.
I'm letting myself in.
Hey.
Oh, hey. I thought you were working.
Called in sick.
Where's Sam?
Went for a run, I think. You should be back soon. What's that?
Oh, just the peanut butter cookies that my mom makes. Sam really likes them. She wanted to bring some over for him.
Nice. Here.
No, it's okay. I think I know my way around by now.
You know, it's actually more common than you think.
What?
I mean, that kind of thing happening between kids.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
And like, is that supposed to make me feel better?
I'm sorry.
Like, why would you even bring that up?
I'm sorry, it's just
No.
it's just hanging in the air. We're pretending it didn't happen, but it did.
I know it happened, and I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with any of this.
Talk to me.
I don't feel like myself, and I feel like I've been stolen. But this whole thing is just so ridiculous. Like, why now? I mean, it was like 15 years ago. I shouldn't be feeling like this.
I don't think I've ever seen you this angry before.
I'm not angry!
Phoebe, you're allowed to be angry. You have a lot to be angry about. If you need to, you can take it out on me.
But you didn't do anything wrong.
Oh no, I'm flawless.
Yeah.
But I'll be your punching bag if you need me to.
I'm not gonna punch you.
Alright. Sorry I brought it up. It's none of my business. But the other thing,
I was drunk, Jamie.
right. I guess there's not much to say.
I don't think so. I should go.
I think I might be an asshole.
Speak on that.
I find flaws in everyone.
What kind of flaws do you find?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I don't just find them. I actively seek them out. Like, I started using this dating app.
Tinder?
Well, I tried that at first, but everyone on there is like way too horny. It's like youth group on cocaine. So now I'm on this other app, Bumble. It's kind of like Tinder, but it's less gross, I guess. And the girls have to send the first message.
Okay.
So I'm using this app, and I'm looking through all these profiles, which first of all is exhausting. And in almost every profile I see something to be critical of. Like, if a girl uses one of those stupid Snapchat filters in her pictures, I'll assume she's insecure or childish, and I'll instantly swipe right. Or if her hair is a different color in every picture, I'll assume she's like unreliable. Or if her listed interests are just like wine and coffee and going to the beach or whatever, I assume she's boring. And then there's the fucking dog moms. It's insane. I know I'm probably being too picky, but like honestly, owning a dog is not a substitute for having a personality. and then sometimes it's just really, really shallow things, like being too, I don't know, being too short or too fat or too skinny or having a weird nose or having freckles or whatever, I don't know. And I feel really bad for not being attracted to these women. But I can't force myself to be attracted to them, and if I'm not attracted to someone, why should I pursue a relationship?
Why should you?
Well, I shouldn't, right? I'm not doing anything wrong.
But it sounds like part of you feels guilty. I want to return to that. But let's go further back for a second. I want to ask about this girl you were interested in a couple months ago.
Naomi?
Yeah, did you see flaws in her?
Well, I guess not. I sort of idealized her, but I didn't know her. I would have found flaws sooner.
Stop there for a second. You just said something very interesting. You said that you didn't know her well yet. Do you mean that if you get to know her better, then you would have found flaws?
Yeah, of course.
But with these girls on Tinder,
Bumble.
right, these girls on the dating apps, you don't know them at all, but you're still finding flaws with them.
Right.
So what would be the situation in which you stop finding flaws in people?
I see what you mean.
Do you think finding flaws is a bad thing?
I think it gets in the way
Of what?
of getting to know someone. Her eyes were too far apart. Her eyes were too far apart and she didn't wear deodorant.
But you didn't care.
No, I didn't.
It's different being with someone.
In the world, in real life.
Yeah. You said you felt guilty about being critical.
Well, you said that.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Do you feel guilty?
I feel like I've done something wrong.
Well, what do you think you've done wrong?
I feel like it sounds so stupid.
Say it.
I feel like I'm withholding something, like I'm supposed to give affection to these women, and I'm not doing it.
To the women on Bumble.
Well, to all the women in the world, I don't know, but especially the ones I'm not attracted to. I feel like they deserve love, and I feel sad that I'm impotent to provide it.
Why does it need to be your love?
I don't know, because I'm a narcissist. Tell me seriously, am I an asshole?
You think you're an asshole?
You think I'm an asshole?
Not really.
I guess it's just that I don't want anyone to feel sad.
Is that something an asshole would say?
I guess not. Was
The date didn't go well, huh?
Why do you say that?
Sam, that was the most depressing I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, it was a pretty bad date. It's alright though. Maybe my next one will be great. There's plenty of girls in the sea, right?
Okay, so what happened?
Nothing really happened. It was just super awkward. It took about 5 seconds for me to realize I was not interested at all. I think she came to the same conclusion about as quickly. So we had to sit there and wait until enough time passed and it was acceptable to leave.
Oh no. Okay, so wait, what did you guys talk about?
Netflix shows, the weather. Honest to God, we talked about the weather for like 10 minutes. It was horrendous.
Well, I'm really sorry it didn't go well.
It's all right. Anyway, how are you doing? You still there?
Yeah, like I kinda wanna talk to you about something, but it doesn't have to be like right now.
Could be now. What's up?
Okay, but like I don't think I want it to be right now.
Okay, it could be later too. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. How were the cookies?
Way better than these Oreos. Jamie and I ate them all in 2 days.
Oh, geez, Sam.
I have no self-control.
Well, okay, I'll leave you to your Oreos. Buck up, little camper. I can't wait to meet the girl that you're gonna marry someday.
Can't wait until your mom makes more of those cookies.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon.
I love you.
Love you too.
So, is your color green? What color are you feeling?
Black.
What does black feel like?
Something that sucks.
Good. So what's going on for you? What kinds of thoughts are you having today?
I want to drive my car off a cliff.
You do?
Not.
Sam, you know I have to take this kind of comment very seriously. If I feel you're in danger, I need
I'm
to.
not going to kill myself. I was just being dramatic.
You sure?
Yeah. It's not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
When I'm feeling really depressed, I mean, it's to the point where I'm having suicidal thoughts. I have to tell myself I'm not allowed to die yet. But I also tell myself that I am going to die eventually. And that killing myself at some point in the future is still on the table. For a while it was like, after I finish my degree, then I can think about it. And then, when that point came and went, is after I finished my next poetry book. By always keeping it on the horizon, on the other side of some project, constantly deferring it, I can ensure my survival will, I don't know, satiating my longing for death.
When you're feeling like this, what is it about death that attracts you?
I don't know.
Try.
I can hardly imagine an alternative. Why do I want to die? Why doesn't everyone want to die? At the moment, I can't imagine how anyone goes on living. I know I don't always feel this way. I know that last week I was feeling pretty good. But at the moment, I can't really remember what it's like to feel any other way.
It's so all-encompassing, man.
Yeah.
So what you're describing to me, this mindset or feeling, and the thoughts that go along with it, I want you to think of these as circumstances. Circumstances change.
Why am I here?
Here today with me,
What's the goal that I'm working towards?
I think only you can answer that. I think in our discussions you found some value in hearing another perspective. I think you've gained some insight into yourself, some tools to help navigate your world.
To what end?
Well,
There needs to be an end.
an end to what?
This, everything.
Hey, we can talk about a referral if you want.
What? No. I mean, like,
Do you think the world needs to end?
I don't know. I just can't bear the thought that anything will go on forever.
That thought scares you.
Yes. I need to know that it's not forever.
Well, nothing is forever, son.
I am gonna die one day.
We all have to die sometime,
It's the only thing you have to do.
but you have to wait until your time. Tell me that you'll wait, Sam.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'm okay. I'm feeling better now.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Good. So what else is going on?